You're still watching the Fourth Estate and we're discussing the NRM. And the minister is saying that they're happy that a powerful NTV and a powerful Fourth Estate is spending 3 weeks consistently discussing developments in the national resistance movement. Looks like everybody else has been shut out. Does the party exist? Doesn't it exist? You have been itching to respond.
No, Charles, hold on, Chris. Hold on. You see, Charles, my friend here, my comrade, was saying that the party is under siege, there is a coup, and all that kind of stuff.
Actually, many people believe the party doesn't exist.
Hold on, I need to tell him that.
Chris calls it manifestations.
Okay, whatever you call it, you can call it by whatever name you love, but there is a party, a very strong party. The chairman of the party had to take a decision at one point or another. By the time I was appointed to coordinate and help, many people thought my appointment was a replacement of the Secretary-General. And the chairman came out open and said, no, the Secretary-General is still the Secretary-General. And I need to repeat, he is still the Secretary-General. The Deputy Secretary-General is still the Deputy Secretary-General. But where were they when the party needed them at the time they needed them? We were faced with by-elections. By-elections were all over Uganda. By the time I came, from that time up to now, I presided over 7 by-elections. Of the 15, of the 7, we lost 2. I won 5. The 2 that I lost were in Kamuli, for reasons which were obviously known. The other one was in Luero, for reasons that were obviously known. But the others, we managed to win.
You didn't lose Kasese?
No, Kasese, I wasn't appointed by that time. The other thing is, I came to the party. Up to now, we are not sure whether we have a register or not. There are mixed.
So why
my work, hold on, my work.
Hold it. You are a minister of the government of Uganda. The person we are debating, or the persons we are debating, are elected officials of a political party. Why didn't you, as a party, fire your Secretary-General? And then we could understand and place this in context.
Yes. Now, there are processes towards that. You need a delegates conference, you need a SEC resolution, you need NEC to be briefed. You need a delegates conference to do that because they were elected by the delegates. And holding a delegates conference, this is a very expensive exercise because you need more than 10,000 members of the party in Kampala and Nambole. So it requires resources, it requires money, and then within the time frame, we were faced with, you see, if you study a bit of military science, when you're faced with a battle, the Pan-Africans do say you do many fronts but one struggle. We were faced with the by-elections, one after another, after another.
And my question to you, Todong,
and within that,
my question to you is, why is this party battle being fought in government, not in the party?
Yes. The party's battle is not in government. You remind me of a song that I learned when I was in primary. There is a Christian song. When God talked to Moses and he wanted to send Moses to his people, then Moses was asking, who am I to be sent? God, who am I? And at the end of the day, he says, send me, Lord, I will go. There was a time when somebody...
Todong is saying, who am I, Todong, to be sent? Send me, I will go.
But there was a time in our party that somebody needed to have gone to do some work. Yes, because those who were elected had abandoned the party. The secretariat became quiet.
You went there.
Staffs were disappointed.
You went
branches
there.
were not coordinated.
You see, Charles,
so I had to move
yes, Chris.
Charles, the Fourth Estate will not be drawn to fight the pettiness in NRM party.
Good.
I can only discuss NRM party in relation to how to affect this country called Uganda and the people whose resources are being plundered. But to go about, you see, in Iteso we say, when you see which doctors conflict, be careful even to be an observer, because each of them will try to show which powers, which medicine is powerful. In the process, the collateral damage will be so much. So you let the witch doctors sort out.
How is it said in Ethosot?
You let them sort out in their shrines, whatever happens. They don't go near the shrine when witch doctors have conflict.
NRM is not a shrine.
So I'm saying it is a saying.
You must be
unless people don't understand. That one we can prove who's a witch doctor, who's not. If you want us to discuss, let's discuss. Todong obviously represents the Museveni NRM here. This gentleman obviously represents Mbabazi's tendency. This is what we are seeing. So you cannot draw me there. If we are to discuss Museveni and Mbabazi, let it be on how it benefits those who are listening to us. And I want to say, yesterday...
There is no Museveni's NRM, there is no Mbabazi's NRM.
That is your perception.
NRM is always NRM.
There are people who are complaining what was the reception for yesterday. And I've just told you that reception yesterday, some people will say it was paid for by Todwongs. No, that reception was a celebration by Secretary of NRM against Mbabazi, about in regard to Mbabazi's sacking. People began mobilizing money. If that is the Secretary-General you have had for that long time, if that's the Prime Minister you have had for that long time, and he is sacked and it's your party which is celebrating.
And he's not yet sacked as Secretary-General.
Yes. It is the party celebrating, by the way, NRM cadres. People were saying maybe government resources. Actually, there's no government money. I know guys who moved begging from door to door begging for money. Just to show Mbabazi that, okay, you are gone. That's how bad it is. The reasons why they are celebrating, maybe they can tell us why they are happy. There was no government money there. I saw, seeing Katongole, the deputy treasurer, was very busy. Yesterday, I saw it. Katongole was very busy in this arrangement, together with Todwong, anyway, who is now doing mobilization. So, there are issues that we must address. Charles, the issue is the fallout, whether real or imaginary, between Mbabazi and Museveni should be traced to the management of resources in this country. How have they managed it? Who controls it? If Mbabazi is strong, how did he become strong? If Museveni is wanting to be in power, why does he want to be in power? Those to me are the dynamics.
Only the moment.
Yes. You see, the organization and even government, these two are bigger than individuals. And these two must be respected. We can't start debating individuals whom we assume or purport to elevate to be stronger than the system.
But Todwong, hold on. Charles, hold on. Todwong, who took 11 billion from NSSF? The government or individuals?
You know the answer. No. Do you want me to answer?
Has NSSF got land title for Temangalo land?
Why don't you answer? Why don't you answer the...
Has NSSF, I'm a worker, my money is saved in NSSF. Since 11 billion was paid out, have with NSSF got land title? Answer me.
Well, those questions definitely
that is why individuals become important.
No, but Todwong, you contradict yourself. You organized a major celebration yesterday for an individual.
No, come on.
To welcome the president, you were welcoming an individual.
Hold on. You see, that celebration was for the president, who is also the chairman of the party. Okay?
Yes.
Members of the party went
is
all
he an
full.
institution or an individual?
Hold on, went all full to receive the chairman of the party and the president. These members of the party were from all the structures and branches of the party. Okay?
Agreed, but
meaning the party moved to welcome their chairman. Collectively.
I thought the country should have gone to welcome its president. He didn't go to America to do party work. He went to...
Part of those who went to Entebbe yesterday, by the way, some of them don't even support NRM.
Okay. Ona, you wanted to come in.
Look, I think for me, just to make sure that the whole debate about the president
doesn't get derailed
and Mbabazi is not lost, is to understand, to me, the real issue is the obvious question of succession to the president. And this what is now come to the fore. And I think the president has finally put the last nail in the coffin of the so-called historicals. And now when I see Honorable Todwong at the forefront of a new generation of the NRM leadership.
And Susan Abo.
And it's very clear.
Former Guild President
and I think,
deputy ticket.
To me, in this way, the president is actually being progressive. I mean, I think this country needs to get new, after him, it needs to get a new generation of leaders.
So you are writing off Mbabazi, in other words?
I think he was written off a long time ago. And the president has been very deliberate in evolving the system, which is actually its strength. For example, he has been able, of all the Bush people, to clone himself militarily. You know what I mean? So that the UPDF,
you explain to our viewers what you mean by cloning himself militarily.
I mean, the NRA commanded by him is today evolved into a new generation of UPDF, commanded among others by Brigadier Mhoz, and this is a positive element for the army. And you could see its ability to control the country even when it's not there. So those who worry about what will happen to Uganda if he dropped dead, clearly you can see it's in New York and things are being controlled back home and the country is celebrating.
Dennis, I need to come back to you.
Yes.
Is the NRM as a party divided? Looking at events over the last few weeks, is the party divided? Does the party actually exist?
Okay, I'm coming to that. The party exists. But then there is a problem which actually is cropping up. There is a tendency. We belong to NRM. The reason as why some of us and still are subscribing to NRM is because of that contribution. Under the able leadership of President Museveni, the transformation this country has gone through, especially the political fundamentals reinstated, Uganda is a state. I'm telling you, there is, in the last 28 years, yes, NRM may have registered some weaknesses here and there, as Chris is trying to bring out to the corruption, the other tendencies. But on a greater extent, we are having a state. And these are actually the achievements which we credit President Museveni and NRM for. And I'm coming, Mr. Chair,
for belonging notwithstanding, is the party divided? Does it exist?
I'm coming. Since 1986, from 1986 to 1996, there was a transition. The NRM one underwent a transition. 1996, 2006, another transition. Since the referendum, when we went to multi-party, NRM registered as a party. You know that. Whether it is active, whether it is inactive, the party exists. And I want to tell you, Honorable Todongo is a member of some of those structures. He is actually a member of parliament representing Noya on NRM ticket. I contested in 2010 in NRM primaries, contesting for the flag. And I want to tell you, we still have more aspirations for that. The NRM exists. But where the problem now comes in, it is where the government, after it has failed to implement some of what is supposed to be implemented, has actually turned its inefficiency to the party. Yes, it is a sleeping party, but they don't want that sleeping party to come up. That's where people, the NRM members, elect their Deputy Secretary General in broad right through through competition, because they were Honorable Hua had contested with Honorable Namayanja. If I am to recall, it was a tight competition. Secretary General, we elected our Secretary General of the party, and we have membership. We elected our Secretary General of the party, the Deputy and the Secretary. Honorable Amama Mbabazi contested with Honorable Kahinda Tafiri, former Vice President of Kenya. It was
we all campaigned for them.
We campaigned.
Yes.
You see,
All of a sudden,
Charles,
all of a sudden, a certain clique, I will call it a clique.
Led by who?
One of the architects is Honorable Tadong is here, I don't know, but he is really is the commander. And of course, the presentation of my brother is from another angle, which I think is, and I know why he's presenting it. And he's actually right. We are all proud of some of the things that are happening in this country as Ugandans. But I want to tell you, we are really pained by the way how our party is under siege.
Let me ask a specific question.
You are mobilizing this as government,
Dennis,
not as an NRM party.
Dennis.
Why was Chadondo, actually, why was Chadondo dormant? The Deputy Secretary General dormant, all the directors dormant, the Secretary General not anywhere to be seen, but the minister, a mere minister for mobilization is now everywhere active.
Let me ask a specific question.
That means there was something behind that.
Dennis.
And that's what we are trying to unearth.
This
Dennis,
comrade needs some help.
Whatever, yes, it's because
Dennis.
you are actually,
Dennis.
my party is at the gunpoint.
Can you listen? Can people
I am
talk
listening.
to you?
Dennis, let me ask a specific question. People have been asking,
Yes.
since the sacking of Amama Mbabazi as Prime Minister, what is the plan in the Amama Mbabazi camp? What next?
I want to see Prime Minister Mbabazi going around the country reactivating
You want Prime Minister or Secretary General?
the Secretary General. Sorry, the Secretary General. Going back to Chadondo, the headquarters of the party, then drawing a plan, a national plan, to go around the country and reactivate our structures, our offices, which others have closed.
Is he going to do that?
I want to see that unless these people...
Is he going to do that?
But then I see actually, I see it not actually happening, because I don't see...
Okay, what is the plan of your Secretary General? What plan is he making?
I see because of the coup, the police and the RDCs blocking him.
Okay.
I see, because I don't see Chigongo. I don't see Chigongo. Chigongo, who is supposed to be the chairman of the disciplinary
Charles,
committee,
I
is
think-
not anyway.
Chris wanted to
He's
come
not
in.
anyway.
Minister, let me come to you.
Yes.
I
Before-
think,
no, Charles, Honorable Todong.
I need to make
Before
some
you make this,
clarification.
fourth estate should not
There
be
is a
some.
problem down there.
Let's not make fourth
know,
estate some district delegates conference for NRM. Let's try to make it a national forum so that it doesn't become delegates from sub-county shouting each other. over.
Delegates from Unwe and from Bushek.
Yeah, that is not what
Okay.
we are interested in.
But there are some
You
contradictions
see, the issues here.
which come up.
Yeah, I'm even identifying. Yeah, Dennis makes points, but again, he identifies consistency in his own points. He begins by saying, under the able leadership of President Museveni.
Yes.
A man who's able has ably deposited Todongo there. So why doubt the ableness of the same person?
But
So those are the
also members
consistencies.
of the party.
Now, Charles,
President
this
Museveni
this
is a
thing
good leader,
has
no doubt
this thing
about
needs
that.
this a context. Onapito has tickled us, but we don't probe some of these things very further. And I want to probe it further. Let there be no dream among the historicals, those who call them historical, that they can succeed President Museveni. I am seeing opposition to Museveni coming from the younger generation and not the old historicals. In fact, President Museveni, I think, is cleverer than most of his colleagues by actually beginning to ally with the emerging forces, political forces. The young, there are those now registering for the unemployed. That's a problem for Uganda. There are those who have gone to school, the corporates, the demographics have changed. So he's keeping himself relevant to the young people. While all along, his generation wanted power, wanted to access to resources. You remember before Besigye stood, there were meetings in Kampala here. There were meetings in Bugolobi, including the home of the late Wapa, on how to replace Museveni. Besigye did not come out of the blue. Besigye came out to stand on the basis that there were even senior colleagues who believed that it was time to replace Museveni. But when Besigye decided to say, okay, if you are not coming out, let me offer myself, all of these other forces withdrew and allied with Museveni. Besigye has been putting out a lonely voice and say, you guys, I thought we agreed. I'm told even Otafire called him and said, Besigye, we agreed, but who told you it is you? You get it? People will change the position. And we're going to working with Museveni. Besigye was left alone. But he pursued his conviction. So when I see now a fallout and people are saying, you know, now this time Mbabazi is going to give Museveni a run for his money, I am simply seeing people are sending Mbabazi to a political guillotine. Because they are unable to read the change in times. While Museveni is becoming relevant, Mbabazi is actually being told, you are now the last man to be hanged. If there is that in the NRM, and if it was to be given in terms of kilograms, Mbabazi has got tons of that on him. That is unable to actually bathe with a drum of water and become clean. So the fate of NRM ties with Mbabazi. There's no way he's going to come out and say, I'm going to clean the NRM. So NRM will clean itself depending on the new support base, the young people. Maybe that's why the Todongs become relevant. So the Todongs now will have to contend with the other young people, like this Doreen of FDC who are moving. That's where the contest is going to come. For the Museveni generation, forget Charles. Because there's a record. There's a history to it.
Okay.
Tadeo Kanyankole, for instance, came was a good fight. Everybody tells you about Tadeo Kanyankole. Everybody tells you about this guy who's now ambassador. Charlie Gonza even had his own group. They had ambitions. They had nothing. Bidan Sali came out when he was a local government minister, Charles. We were told Bidan Sali has all the infrastructure. The man is the king of local government. And he's a Muganda. And he's very good to people. Museveni is in trouble. Museveni said he's a spoke in my will. He will get off, the bicycle will continue. Bidan Sali had to beg for treatment from Museveni, not in the past. Recently, he even tried the PPP. It went off. So that is the difficulty in someone coming to say he's going to challenge Museveni. Mbabazi, for instance, has been living a VVIP life. And I can tell you, Charles, it is very difficult to maintain a VVIP infrastructure in Uganda as an individual. That has been run on the basis of the state. And that structure now trying to bring a symbol that is powerful are still living an illusion that they can have a government opportunity for a tender, a government opportunity for a job.
The problem here.
Listen, I listen. This fourth estate, there's listening here.
But you also actually,
So-
you attempted to interject.
Please, there's listening here.
Okay, I'm
This is not a delegates conference.
I'm listening.
So if you see that existing,
But
you
then why are you
are going
discussing
to
delegates
see,
conference
you
matters?
are going to see Mbabazi being squeezed, because President Museveni, the trap has been used on his people. One, Charles, on each of them, he already has a warrant of arrest kept in the drawer. Yes, it is a matter of when to pull it. Now, if I ask myself, if I were Museveni, you just imagine it. If I were
Just hold
Museveni,
them
Charles,
on.
I make a reshuffle. I make Jim Muhwezi Minister of Internal Affairs. I already have what I feel in justice. Okay? I already renewed the contract of my IGP Kale Kaihura. And there is an Mbabazi who is going to move to the party structures to contest with me. I just sit at home as the cadres do the mopping. That's how bad it is.
Just a quick one before we take a break. Just a moment. The minister here. The minister, before I come to you, Dennis. What is the plan? You said the party was dysfunctional at the time you took over. You've been working. Yesterday was to demonstrate that the party is waking up.
Sure.
It's alive. What is the plan? Is the Secretary-General coming to join you at Chadondo Road?
Or was he involved?
Well, I'm happy that
involved
Honorable Amama Mbabazi was interviewed at Parliament one time, and he said he's still the Secretary-General. He will continue doing the party work. That was good enough. I really pray that he gets to do the work that he's supposed to be doing adequately. And
Did he mobilize yesterday to welcome the
Was
president?
it part of
True
the
is that,
organization for yesterday?
No, the organization for the welcome, it was spontaneous from the supporters. Actually, it took only 2 days.
Was he
for us
part?
to get to that.
Was he part of that spontaneity? Of
No, these were from volunteer mobilizers, not from the party structure.
He was not a volunteer.
He didn't volunteer.
He
If
didn't
he
volunteer.
wanted to
Okay.
volunteer, he would have been part of it.
So
but he
why,
did
why,
not
why can't
volunteer.
you be straight and tell
So
us he
the
wasn't part?
thing is really, I think, yes, NRM, of course, like any other organization, has issues. I wouldn't love to discuss the issues of my party in the media. The right organ of the party definitely will understand this properly and will address some of them. But the surface of it all is that those who were elected to do the work for the party left the party and abandoned the party. And then really, when the party needed them most, they were absent. And that was how some of us came in, through the authorization of the chairman of the party to help the party do something. And that is how we have reached where we have reached, really. So if we are being accused for doing that, then I'm not sorry for it. I am a cadre of the party. I have campaigned for this party. I'm a member of the party. I cannot see my party being abandoned when we have wars,
So
political wars
it
to
is
fight.
your statement
What if,
that
So really-
what if the party abandons you?
That is good enough. If the party abandons me,
so it
that
is
is good
your
enough.
assertion to
But I cannot do that for my party.
It is your assertion to Dwong that the Secretary-General, the Deputy Secretary-General, the many vice chairman that you have abandoned the party.
If the party was functioning, I wouldn't be there.
Let's take a break. Dennis, I'll start with you when I come out of the break. We'll be right back.